everyone, I'm Allie. Join me in creating this Let It Snowflake Pendant, working with a cabochon and some drop duos. Remember, if you need any supplies, go ahead and look below the video in the description to get links to shop with us online. So to begin our Let It Snowflake Pendant, we are going to be utilizing a 21mm cabochon. If you have an 18mm cabochon that you want to use, you can do one less set of the original row. I'm going to be using 11/0s and 15s to make a netting that's going to hold in the back of this cabochon, along with some drop duos that are going to fold over the top. I'll be using drop duos if you haven't seen them or used them before. They have 2-hole teardrop shape that are 3 by 6mm. I also have 11 OC beads here in my silver color and 15s in my silver lined crystal color as well. And then we'll pull in some of the crystal rondelles in the 1.5 by 2mm. Remember, if you ever need a list of the materials or links, it is below the video in the description in case you want to check out the Snow White cab. On my thread and needle, I have 10 groups of seed beads that are 3 11/0s followed by 1 15/0 seed bead. 3 11/0s, 1 15/0. And I'm doing that 10 times. I'm going to take this and tie this into a circle. So I'm going to take my thread here, and I'm using a size 12 needle and thread along with some 0.006 thread. I'm going to, like I said again, tie this into a loop and do that nice and tight. From here, I'm going to take my thread and needle, and I'm going to sew through the next set. So I'm coming out through the 15/0 seed bead. Coming out that first 15/0 seed bead, then I'm going to start to grab my drop duos. I'm going to grab the drop duos with the larger end first, and I'm going to use 3 of my 15/0 seed beads before and after. So I have 3 of my 15/0 seed beads, then 1 of my drop duos, again larger side first, followed by 3 of my 15s. Skipping over the 11/0 seed beads, I'm going to go over to the next 11 in line of that original starter row and sew through that with the needle. Pulling the thread through, and then I have my first of my drop duos. Once again, we are going to do this a total of 10 times to sit over top of those 10 sets of 11 beads, 11/0 seed beads. So I have my 3 15s followed by my 1 drop duo followed by my 3 15s. I'm going to skip over the 3 11s that are in that circle, and I'm going to sew through the next silver lined crystal 15/0 in line. I've got 2 down of that, and I have 8 more to go, going the whole way around the circle to get my drop duos all along the outside edge. As you finish up your final drop addition here, you're going to be coming out of that first 15/0 that your thread was originally exiting, and what I want you to do is sew up through the first 3 15s before that drop duo that you just added in this row. So you're going to sew up through those 3 15s, and then after the 3 15s, we're going to go through the drop duo, and we're going to do a step up. So we're going to take our needle and thread, and we're going to go from the bottom or the wider hole to the smaller upper hole and go through there. When I'm coming out of here, we're going to add 1 15 followed by 3 11s followed by 1 15, and then sew into the next drop duo. So once again, 10 is our count for this netting, so we're going to continue around 1 15 followed by 3 11s followed by 1 15, and then once again onto the next drop duo. So around and around we go, adding in that same rotation 10 times, adding those 5 beads with the 1 15, 3 11s, 1 15, and on to the next drop duo. You'll notice as you're doing this that it will start to curve a little bit, and it'll start to get a little bit tighter as you're holding it and start to almost make a bowl shaped. So continue around and connect to all of those tops of the drop duos. As you're adding the last of your seed beads, you'll notice that I'm adding the last 5 beads. I went through the first drop duo, that first set of 5 beads, the second drop duo, and then the first 15 and the 2 11s. So I'm exiting through the second 11 in the second grouping that I put on and giving a little tight pull. See again how that did that bowl setting? That's where our cab is going to sit in the back, and we're going to have the drop duos turn to the side and have those points almost like a little snowflake point. From here, we're going to go around and connect the interior of that DropDuo by going through the 11-0 that sits in the middle of all those groupings of 5. So to do so, we're going to pick up 3 of our 11-0s, go into the next set of 5 seed beads, pick up bead number 3, that middle 11-0, and then on to the next one. Once again, 3 beads get added, go over to the next grouping of 5 seed beads, go to the middle seed bead, and there I have it. So again, because we're doing everything in sets of 10, and again, if you have an 18 millimeter, you might want to decrease by 1 if you do a different size cab, and then into the next 11-0. And see how that's changing even more so that the DropDuos are starting to turn on their side. That's exactly what you want to happen, because we're just going to see those little snowflake points as we're going around and creating this bezel. To close off our netted bezel, I'm going to take my cabochon, I'm going to pop it in there, and as I'm adding my last 3 beads, I'm going through that first 11-0 that my thread was originally coming out of, and then I'm also going to go through those first 3 11s that I just added as I was going around this section. You'll notice multiple times as I was adding or going through or stepping up to the next set, I always go back through the whole first set of that row or that section. From here, we're going to go around one more time, pulling that bezel in even tighter, adding a 15-0 seed bead, and then sewing through the 3 seed beads that we just added. So we're not going through the middle 11-0 that we were connecting on, we're just adding a 15, and then we're sewing through the next group of 3 seed beads. It's just going to pull that bezel in nice and tight, get it so your cabochon is not moving around in the middle. If your cab is a little bit smaller, say it's 20 millimeter, you can forego the 11-0 seed or the 15-0 seed bead that I'm adding in and just sew right through the 11-0s that are already there. So you can see how this is pulling this in tighter. And this is also, if you want to, stop at this point and make it a very, very simple project without adding the crystals or adding any bails, you can do so at this point. So I'm going through, adding in those simple 15s, and you can see how that's starting to pull it in nice and tight around the cabochon. One thing that's tricky sometimes when you have designed cabochons, and why I'm doing the bezel in this style, is because I don't want to lose a lot of that beautiful AB snowflake, or in the case here of the crystal clear one, because if you pick it up you can see it's crystal clear, I don't want to use or lose a lot of that bronze brushing. So these little netted bezels are a great way to not lose a ton of that. As I go through now and I'm getting ready next to add my last 15-0, it's always a great idea when you're doing bezeling to go back through the final row one more time, both in the front and in the back. So going in here, I'm going to take my needle and thread, grabbing this and pinching it one more time, pulling it tighter and going through that whole internal circular row. So now that we have this nice simple bezel started, we're going to start to embellish it. To embellish it, I'm coming out of one of my sets of 3 after reinforcing, and I'm going to go back into that bead set of 3 11-0s as well as the 15-0 that sits before the top of that DropDuo. Go through that top DropDuo that you're at, and then what I'm going to do is step back down the DropDuo, so that way I'm coming out through that second hole. At the same time when you're coming out that second hole, I want to pick up one of the 15-0s that sits after the DropDuo. I'm going to go around the whole exterior of that outside, adding in one of my Potomac crystal rondelles, then sewing through the 15 DropDuo and the 15-0 after the DropDuo as well. This is going to tighten up that back section here, round it out really nicely, and give us a point to embellish yet again. So crystal goes on through the next 15, DropDuo, and 15. So you're catching on to the 15 before and after the DropDuo, adding in one of your crystal rondelles, and then sewing right over to the next grouping of 15, DropDuo, and 15. Usually your thread and needle will let you go through the first 15, the DropDuo, and then you'll have to sew through that second 11-0, or 15-0 rather, by itself before adding on the crystal. I've got 3 on, 7 more to go. After going around and completing that row of crystals around the outer edge there, what we're going to do is we are going to catch onto those crystals and add another row of crystals above the DropDuo. To add the row of crystals, I'm going to add a 15, 15 crystal, and then 2 15s. Hop over to the next crystal in line and sew through, and that's just going to decorate right around the top of the DropDuo. 2 15s, 1 crystal, 2 15s, onto the next crystal in the circle. So I'm going around here again, always with 10. And then if you want to stop here like I did on the sample, you can do so, or you can grab some 4mm crystal rounds, and we're going to expand this snowflake a little bit more with a little bit more bling. So keep going around here, adding in your 2 15s, 1 crystal, 2 15s, and then linking on to the next crystal in line. So at this point, if you want to, you can be completed with your design with those little crystal rondelles, and you have that beautiful snowflake in the middle and all of those beautiful little snowflake points. If you want to continue on, you can grab some 4mm Potomac crystal rounds, and we're going to go around the outer edge with the 4mm Potomac crystal rounds and a couple more of our 11-0 seed beads. So grab out your 11-0 seed beads, and you need 10 of your crystal rounds. So we're going to catch on to, yet again, the crystals, and we're going to go through that edge or that outer piece that we just added. So I want you to add an 11-0 crystal, 11-0, and then you're going to go right over to the next crystal in line. Again, 11 crystal round, 11 over to the next crystal in line. That's going to pull a little tightly as we go around and add this outer edge of bling. If you want to put a little bit more of that white look to it, you can even pop a 15-0 on the sides of the 11-0s to make it stand out into a little bit more of a pointed section. Once you're done going around this outer edge, and I did end up doing the 15-11 crystal 11-15, you're going to notice that you have that beautiful snowflake look, and you can see how just one row of crystals on the outer edge makes a difference in the look. You could also, if you wanted to, decorate the outer edge with 11-0 seed beads going around. I'm going to make my bail here. So to make my bail, I'm going to go through the crystal, and I'm going to do just this Y bail like I did here at the top. I need a couple more of my 11-0s poured out, and I'm going to make a bail that is about 12 or so. Let's see how big that's going to be. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. With the 15-0s, I made them 15 wide. From here, I'm going to go back into that same 11-0 from the same direction the thread is coming out of, and that creates a little loop. I'm going to do a bow, basically doing that loop on the same loop on the other side. So I'm going in here, there's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Once again, going back through that crystal, back to that starter side. When you put this on then, you're going to have your cord go through those 2 loops for a nice little super simple V style. I'm going to reinforce these loops going back through the loop, back through the crystal, back through the loop, back through the crystal, and then I'm going to zigzag my thread along the piece here, through the 15s and the 11s, down through the crystals, down towards the interior, and run the thread the whole way along the back till I get the 2 thread ends together, and those are tied off, connected to one another. Thanks so much for joining me in creating this Let It Snow pendant. It's a great use of netting and 2-hole beads. Remember, if you do need any materials, go ahead and look below the video in the links that are provided in the description to shop with us online. Remember, you can also give a little thumbs up and comment below and let us know any modification or which version you're doing, whether or not you're going to be doing the smaller version or adding the extra row of crystals for the larger version as well. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, stay tuned for the next inspirational video.